Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So today we are going to go through a lower body workout, and I'm going to specifically talk about how to pyramid load or pyramid warm up. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you have any suggestions. Please subscribe, and without further ado, let's go. So first I will start with the basics. Obviously, please always make sure to do your own research, to read, and ensure that your gym sessions are as safe as they can be. In general, my approach to pyramid loading or pyramid warm-up is only regarding compound movements or whichever exercise that requires the most strength and technique. So the main objective of pyramid loading or pyramid warm-up is to do exactly that, just to warm up your body and make sure that, especially when you're training with high volume and you're training with high weight, your body is ready to do those movements and you reduce greatly the risk of injury. Now, I personally follow the directions that Jeff Nippard and Stephanie Battamore gave in their women's specialization program, but they've done tons of YouTube videos, so I'll make sure to link their channel below. But basically, the main point is that warm-ups serve as a way to do muscle activation besides warming up. So pyramiding up in weight means to progressively going heavier for 3-4 sets in a manner to end up hitting your working weight, which means that you progressively get heavier up to ending to the weight that you were going to do those sets and reps of the exercises that you're trying to train. So if I'm starting my workout with squats, for example, and I would do, say, 3 sets of 5 reps with 80 kilos, I will want to start with a bar, just a barbell, which is about 20 kilos, and do as many reps as possible within reason. And then for the following 3 to 4 sets, I will divide the remaining weight between the 20 kilos of the lightest weight and my 80 kilos, which is my target, and I will increasingly go heavier, but obviously not taking too long that you end up doing 20 minutes warm up and you're basically wasting time. So you start with 25 reps, super lightweight, for example, or 20, or whichever you feel comfortable, and you're objective to go up to 5, which is my working set, 3 sets of 5 reps. And so I usually distribute it so that it goes 20 reps, 15, 12, 8, and 5 reps. And again, my weight is gonna go from 20 kilos, which is the barbell, and then there is quite a jump to 50, just because my working weight is a little bit higher than normal. So again, I don't wanna lose time slowly getting up to 80. So I go from 20, I go to 50, 60, 70, 80. So this is just my case. Please, you don't have to do my weight, nor you have to increase every 10 kilos. You don't have to do 20 reps to start with. It's literally all up to you. You have to work out what is your weight and set objective, and basically do a 2-step calculation. You divide it in 3 sets and you calculate how many reps you want to diminish it to and how much weight you want to get up to. And yes, just make sure that it is quite homogeneous, but on the other hand, you're not spending a vast amount of time just warming up. And just keep in mind that it's all about making yourself more safe and preparing your body to hitting those reps. So again, if doing just 2-3 sets is enough for you, then that's perfect. I do 3 to 4, again, depending on the day, depending how heavy I'm going. But the main point is to make sure that you decrease the risk of injury. So after a 5 to 10 minutes warm up, I usually do a bit of muscle activation. So I take a resistance band and I put it around my knees, and I proceed to do 1 or 2 sets depending on the day, depending on how much I ran to get the train on the way home. And I will do 10 to 15 reps of lateral leg raises each side and 10 to 15 rear raises. And then finally a bit of squats, still with the resistance band, and making sure that on the way down I do a bit of hip abduction to make sure that all the glutes are activated, my hips are fine, and I'm getting that mobility and stretch. Next, we're gonna start doing our first step of the pyramid. This is the step with the largest amount of reps. So it's going to be quite challenging in that sense. And again, make sure that on the way down, you do a little bit of hip abduction just to get all the muscles going. And then from there, we're going to add our first weights. And now we're warm up enough but not too tired to do our working set. So the next exercise is Romanian deadlift, and I usually place a weight under my feet just because I'm quite flexible, and on the way down I can reach the floor, but the weight on each side of the barbell stop me before that because they hit the ground. And so by placing a weight underneath, it gives it a little bit of elevation, and for that I do between 12 to 15 reps depending how heavy I'm going. Just make sure on the way down to always keep your back as neutral and straight as possible, and when going on the way up, you're not pulling the barbell up with the strength of your back, but you're actually just keeping your back neutral and pushing your glutes forward, and that will do like a hinge and make your body go straight back up. Next we have my most loved and hated workout, which is barbell hip thrusts. I actually got stuck at the same weight for a few months now, and I'm slowly trying to push myself harder, but again, we need to make sure to do it in the correct way. So this time we're gonna do 3 sets of 15 reps, and we're gonna remember that your back must always be straight and neutral, that you're only pushing your barbell up, again with the strength of your glutes. So make sure always on the way down, on the way up, that the back is as straight as possible and that your chin is tucked into your chest. So always look forward, never up, and that will allow your back to be as straight as possible, to engage the core and to make the movement as smooth and correct as possible. We're gonna go to the machines and we're gonna do a hip abduction. So in this case I'm doing 3 sets of 30 reps, but again, you don't have to go as high as me. If you feel comfortable doing 10 reps, 20, 15, as much as you want. And finally, this is actually my favorite exercise. It's a leg curl variation. And usually this is performed on the Swiss ball, which I actually like to do it once in a while. But in this case, because I'm trying to really target my hamstrings and really improve my form and the burn that I feel in my hamstrings, I rather use a rowing machine. So I'm not worried about my balance, but it's all focused on the mechanical movement. So if you want to work on your balance as well as your hamstrings, then go ahead, grab a Swiss ball. It's really fun and it definitely burns a lot. Here again, make sure that your back is always straight, that your core is really engaged, and that will help you stabilize yourself. Now you can put your arms down, just make sure that you're not decreasing the load on your hamstrings more than necessary. So yes, that's it for me today. I hope you like this workout. Please let me know if you tried it. This is definitely my go-to. I love this workout. I love these exercises. You don't have to do it by any means in this order or this ranges or this reps. So if you wanna pick a mix or you want to just add it to your normal routine, then please go ahead and do so. Again, I hope that my explanations are clear enough. Please let me know if I need to make anything clearer. And also please make sure to, again, watch other videos, understand really the movement, understand why you need to do certain things, why you don't have to curve your back and things like that. It's still a learning curve. Every day I go to the gym, I try to improve as much as I can, and I'm only human, but I'm trying my best, and hopefully one day I will be good enough. So thank you again. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Please let me know what would you like to see, and make sure to comment down below any suggestions. Subscribe, and until next time, goodbye.